Welcome back, friends. This is Dr. Mlelwa Lecturers. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and to click the bell, then put all for more updates. To join our Telegram group for discussions, just click show more in the description. Then if you scroll down, you'll see the links for the O-level and the A-level group. Welcome back, friends. This is Advanced Biology session 42. In the previous session, I will discuss about the concept of color vision and the color blindness. The facilitator in this session, I am Dr. Mlelwa, and in this session we are going to continue with our discussion on the mammalian ear. Mammalian ear is the sense organ containing receptors sensitive to gravity, movement, and sound. So when we will be discussing about the mammalian ear, and when we finish up our discussion, make sure already you know how the mammalian ear tend to sense gravity, movement, and sound, and how does it ensure the balance and hearing to the body. Now, movement and the position of the head relative to the gravity are detected by the vestibular apparatus, which is composed of semicircular canals, the atrial and the sacral. All other structures of the ear are involved in the receiving, amplifying, and transducing sound energy into electrical impulses and producing the sensation of hearing in the auditory region of the brain. So as you can see that we have only one part of the ear which is concerned with the movement and balance, which is vestibular apparatus. It is called the vestibular apparatus collectively, but all other parts of the ear, they are involved in the receiving, amplifying, and transduction of sound energy into nerve impulse, which is transported to the brain. So actually ni kwamba hizo parts of the ear haziko separate, kwa sio kusema kwamba those which are involved with the hearing ziko hapa. No, they are actually connected. Like it was just the discussion of how the ear is divided. Now let's look on the structure of the ear. The ear consists of 3 sections specialized in different function, is how we discussed in our Form 3 coordination. That biology doesn't change, still remain the same, but here just we will study in detail. Now we have the outer ear, we have the middle, and we have the inner. So starting with the outer ear comprises of the skin covered elastic cartilage known as pinna. Kwa hiyo outer ear kwanza tuna pinna, which is seen outside, lakini tukitoka kwenye pinna tend to collect and focuses sound waves and direct them along the ear canal, or sometimes it is called the external auditory meatus. So external auditory meatus seems to be more biological name as compared to the ear canal. So pinna tend to collect sound and focus it to the external auditory meatus. So the external auditory meatus is like a tube which tend to direct sound to the eardrum or the tympanic membrane. So across the inner end of the ear canal, that is inner end of the external auditory meatus, is stretched the tympanic membrane, sometimes called the eardrum, which separates the outer ear from the middle ear. So tympanic membrane is just the boundary between the outer and the middle ear. So from there we have, within the middle ear there are 3 connected bones called the ear ossicles, which are held in position by the muscles. The bones are malleus, or sometimes called hammer, the incus, or sometimes called anvil, and the stapes, or sometimes called stela. Now these bones tend to transmit the vibration from the tympanic membrane to the oval window. Kilichopo ni kwamba sound ikitoka outside the ear itaenda kusababisha vibration of the tympanic membrane. So vibration of the tympanic membrane sio kwamba nerve impulse inakuwa generated at the tympanic membrane au kwenye eardrum. Manake sound the ear waves, na kama ni waves they carry energy. they cause vibration of the particles. So if there are waves in the sound, they cause vibration in the particles. Hata zitakapofika kwenye tympanic membrane zitasababisha vibration of the eardrum, and the vibrations of the eardrum, they are transmitted by the 3 ear ossicles, that these 3 bones in the middle ear, they are transmitted to the oval window, and from the oval window these vibrations they will be transmitted later to the endolymph, as how we shall discuss later in the mechanism of hearing. But one thing you need to understand here ni kwamba the ear ossicles takavyo transmit a vibration to the oval window, then vibration of the oval window, kwanza lazima ujue kwamba the ratio of the tympanic membrane and the oval window is different, kwamba the tympanic membrane ni kubwa as compared to the oval window. Kwa hiyo tympanic membrane ikivibrate kidogo, only small vibration of the tympanic membrane will lead to a very large sound detected, or the very large vibration of the oval window. That is because of the magnification done at the 3 ear ossicles. It is about 20 times. Some of the literatures utakuta wameandika 22 times. Kisoma kitabu kama BS wameandika 22. Kwenye kitabu kama Understanding wameandika about 20 times. So don't become confused. About 20 times, some of literatures 22 times. Lakini the sound is magnified from the tympanic membrane to the oval window. So what we are saying is that the middle ear is air filled, and so it's important that pressure within it is kept equal to that of the atmosphere. Failure to do so cause the tympanic membrane to be stretched, so reducing the amplitude of vibration and during the sense of hearing, kwa mtu atakuwa hawezi kusikia vizuri. And the equalization of pressure within the middle ear with that of the atmosphere is achieved by the narrow Eustachian tube which connect the middle ear to the pharynx. So it is usually during swallowing that air enters or leave the middle ear. So during swallowing or yamming, then the air can enter the middle ear or can leave the middle ear, as depending on the condition that the pressure is either required to be removed or required to be added to the middle ear. So the inner comprises the complex of fluid-filled tubes. Certain of these tubes form coil known as cochlea, which is concerned with hearing, while the remainder form the semicircular canal, which is the organ of balance. So we shall discuss later about the semicircular canals, about the cochlea, and all of those structures and their functions. But this diagram shows the structure of the ear, and as how we discuss the ear, that you have the external, we have the pinna which collects sound, and when it collects sound, it tends to direct it in the external auditory meatus or auditory canal, external auditory meatus. Then here we have the tympanic membrane or the eardrum. So here at the tympanic membrane, the sound waves from outside, they cause the vibration of the tympanic membrane. Now we have the 3 ear ossicles, which are bones. Here we have the malleus first, then we have the ischias or avili, then we have the stapes here. So these 3 bones, they tend to transmit the vibration from the tympanic membrane to the oval window. They have not labeled here. This is the oval window, and then here in the oval window, the vibration tend to be, the vibrations or the wave tend to cause the pressure in the endolymph, as how we shall discuss later. Cause the pressure on the perilymph, as how we shall discuss later, how that pressure in the perilymph tend to cause the creation of the nerve impulse, which is transmitted by the vestibulocochlear nerve to the brain. So here we have the semicircular canal, and at the base of each semicircular canal we have the ampulla, and as we shall discuss later how are these involved in balance. Here this coid organ is the cochlea, which is involved in hearing, and also it is involved even actually the cochlea is not involved in balance, but the semicircular canal, from this point to this semicircular canal, they are involved in balance, but this cochlea, it is involved in hearing. As you can see here, this is the over window vibration. They are transmitted to the end of the over window, then they come back to the round window. So kama ambavyo umeona kwamba here this is the middle ear, na kinachotokea ni kwamba pressure hii ndio atmospheric pressure outside, huko ndo pressure kwenye middle ear. So the pressure in the middle ear and the pressure in the atmospheric pressure must be equal, ili membrane ibakie kuwa flat au ibakie kuwa taut. Now if this pressure, either pressure, kama pressure inside ikiongezeka, manake i membrane ita stretch kuja outward, and if the pressure outside increases, means the membrane will stretch inside. So what is required? The pressure inside and outside, they must balance. And here with the Eustachian tube connecting the middle ear to the pharynx, and as we said that it is open during yamming or during swallowing. And here with the internal carotid artery supplying the blood to the head and even to the ear itself. We have some of the fat tissues here, but they are not so much important. Here we have the temporal bone and we have the styloid process, but these are not so much important for your level. And here is the nerve which transmits the nerve impulse to the brain, that is vestibulocochlear nerve, that the cranial nerve which transmits the sound and the balance impulses to the brain for balance and for hearing. Now this marks the end of the structure of the ear. In the next, the structure of the ear skill. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the structure of the membrane of labyrinth and cochlea and the hearing. So thank you everybody. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and to share this video to your fellow students. Thank you.